Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter and welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to talk about my experience with the Division 2 private beta. It happened over the weekend. I clocked in a number of hours, but first I want to talk about my experience with the Division 1. So I was very much hyped for when that game came out. I played it day one. I played it for about a month before I hit the level cap, and I realized, well, there wasn't a whole lot to keep me engaged, so I kind of fell off, and that's what the Division 2 aims to correct. They are putting all their money into the end game. But let's talk about what I experienced at level 1 through level 7, because that was a range you could level to in this particular beta, although there will be a cap of level 30 with the final game coming out in March. So there was a lot of activities to do in this beta. I mean a lot. They pretty much just cut out like a third of the game and put it in the beta. So you could do anything from the main missions, side missions. They had these new activities out in the open world, strongholds or something like that, where you could just take out an enemy faction and let your guys take over from there. They also had this new PvP mode, which wasn't in the first game, called Conflict, where it was pretty much like a Gears of War style elimination type game mode. They also had the Dark Zone, which is back, and they allowed me to play max level to test out their end game content. So getting into the things that I enjoyed about this beta, first off, we are in a brand new environment. Instead of New York City, we are in D.C., Washington D.C., and the environments are so dynamic. I love it. There's all different kind of weather, different kind of rain effects. The overall feel is much different in DC because we are not in a perpetual snowstorm like they were in New York. There are lots of animals running around like deer and dogs, and there's patrol people for both your allies as well as the enemies. So it definitely felt like this was a vast open world that was constantly on the move. If you are familiar with the Division, the inventory screen, the loot, that's all the same. Everything is pretty much exactly what you would expect as far as equipping your gear. Constantly that flow, that gameplay loop of, oh, let's compare this stat with that and equip that gear. Something new in this game was the settlement design, where you could actually recruit new NPCs, which would actually change your base of operations, which, by the way, is the White House. How cool is that? So definitely some new gameplay mechanics with your people that are at your base that'll unlock new things like crafting and whatnot. So talking about one of the best features in the Division 2 is its movement system. It's very similar to Division 1, but I feel like they refined it quite a bit. There's easier elements of running and jumping parkour over objects, but being able to pick and tactically move your guy in a firefight is extraordinarily important, because if you are not using the cover, you will die. So I did notice that the enemies aren't bullet sponges anymore. They don't take, a whole clip to kill pretty much. If you're taking out the normal guys, it's more realistic. But what I like is they thematically make the bosses harder to kill by giving them armor, and the armor pieces break off after pinpoint shooting them for a while, so that's really cool. And like most games out today, there is a photo mode that you can mess around with, so pretty cool there. Moving over to my negatives, I will say that I don't exactly like the design of the open world a whole lot, because it feels very solitary. Now mind you, you can call in for matchmaking in any activity at any given time, which is pretty neat, and people will constantly call you, which is kind of a problem because there's constantly racket going on while I'm playing a game about this person needs help, this person needs help, so it does get kind of annoying. But in a different kind of state, it is interesting that we are having this game which can be played pretty much solely single player, or at the click of a button play it with multiplayer. So nice seamless kind of transition there. So I did not like that my character is still mute. It was like that in the Division 1, and here we are in the Division 2, and I can't get engrossed in the story if my character does not say anything. He's just standing there all silent. So, and that also speaks about the story in general. I feel like, at least with the beta, they didn't really go into it a lot. I mean, you will come to the Division mainly to just shoot people. That's as simple as it sounds, but that is it. I mean, it's got a cool story because it's carrying over a few months after what happened in New York, but I would like to see more of an emphasis on that for sure. I will say about the beta, I was disconnected quite a bit, but at least when I was disconnected, I retained my gear, so I didn't really get set back all that much. Also, another problem with the beta was the sound issues. I would fire a gun, it wouldn't really fire any bullets, at least audibly, it would still fire them, but I couldn't hear anything. And it got to the point where all I could hear was environmental effects like water running. Couldn't hear what the NPC was saying. So yeah, definite problems there, and I hope they fix them with the final release. So I'm not that happy with the end game, because as far as I can see, the only thing that is different from the main game is you get to pick a specialization. 1 out of 3 could be a sniper, a person with a crossbow, and a person with some kind of grenade launcher. They do get special grenades, and well, that seems like it's about it. So I don't know if there's going to be that much gameplay variety just because they're giving you a different kind of class. So the Division 2 private beta came and went, and I enjoyed my time with it. Definitely had me hooked on the gameplay loop of kill, loot, and that's pretty much it. I mean, I wish that there was better combat as far as more gameplay variety, because mainly everything I was doing was just kill this person, kill this person. There weren't any puzzles or any innovative gameplay hooks to kind of change things up, and that's my main problem with this game, is that it seems like it's just so similar to the Division 1. It doesn't really jump to any new heights other than change the environment around. The whole UI is still the same, but I think it's got a good basis for able to being built up in future updates. So I think I'm going to hold out on buying this on day one, and I'm going to wait to see how this is. So yes, if you are a fan of the Division 1, then you are going to enjoy the Division 2. It's as simple as that. So I want to hear what you guys thought about this video. Do you plan on picking up the Division 2? Let me know in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I have plenty of other video content, including my impressions of Anthem. So if you liked all that, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you'll never miss another video. My name is Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also included 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.